Welcome. This is uh, this is the new uh, Representative Party podcast. I've decided to change the name from America's Most Hated Man to the Representative Party podcast because there's so much going on in politics and so many things that are going on that are not going to help us, the people in the middle, at all. Still just John, probably still the same old nasty attitude. But anyway, I wanted to kind of explain why the change came. Some people said it was kind of negative and kind of hard on older guys, you know, just because of the name. And uh, I just want people out there to know that that we don't have a party that represents us in the middle. And one of the defining moments for me just happened just a couple of days ago because I was trying to figure out how do you start your own party? How do you get a party started, a political party started, and just try to get people to start looking more at politics as being a service to our country and not a career for someone to stay in forever. And also, by doing that, there's a chance we could make the Supreme Court not a wait until you're dead and drooling kind of a deal, you know. So there's a lot of things that we can do as the little guy or as the middle guy, whatever you want to call it. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care what your sexual preference is. I don't care about any of that kind of stuff. None of it makes any difference to me. And if you believe in God, then you worry about that yourself. If you don't believe in God, you're welcome here too, because there's a lot that don't, and but you're not getting represented either. And I'm not talking about making this any kind of a religion, any kind of a religion-centered party. What I want it to be is a people-centered party. I want it to be where people decide that, you know what, I'm going to serve the country for a couple of years or for a couple of terms, then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to swear an oath to the people that I represent. Uh, that once I get my first term in, if I do terrible or I don't like it, I'm not going to stay. And if I do okay, then I'll keep trying to help us back home. But knowing up front when they leave to go to Washington that in no more than about 8 years, you're going to have to come home and live with your decisions that you made that the rest of us are having to live by. And with just 8 years, maybe you won't drag your feet so much. Maybe there'll be a little more compromise in there. Maybe we'll try to figure out how to put this country back on top. I mean, everybody says we're on top, but I've been around a while, and I've been around a big part of this whole world, and I'm not sure everybody feels the same way as what a lot of us used to think America felt like. So, what I'm asking you now, and I'm only going to send one more email out to the folks I've been sending emails out. That's, what I need for people to uh, to subscribe. Now, also one thing about this party, it is that I got off track a little bit, is I found out that it takes a lot of money to start a new party in America. You can't just get a group of people and say, we got a good idea. Well, I think that's crap. I think we can. We still have write-in. We have the internet that's free. We have free speech for right now. So I don't know why we can't come together just as a group that doesn't have to agree, but just we have to agree that the people that we put in Washington, D.C. are really people there that are like us. They're not people there who already have tons of money. We don't need that many lawyers any place. I mean, my God, and if we have people more like us writing the bills, writing the things we're voting on, then we might understand, what we're actually voting on. I mean, you have to read all the 17, 14, or how many pages you got to read just to understand that if you vote yes on this, it really means they're not going to do it. I mean, most of you can remember when they voted to give more money to, I believe it was Arrowhead, to update Arrowhead, and if we did that, they'd put a sliding roof, but we had to vote on it, but it wasn't going to cost us any more money. Well, the way the thing was written, people hardly understood it. So how crazy was it that we paid our tax money to fix the football stadium, and all we had to do was vote yes on the sliding roof, and we would have had a roof over both stadiums. And then we wouldn't have all this conflict about moving downtown, might get a Super Bowl. A lot of things could have happened back then. But we need people just like us, at our level, sitting there at our level of patriotism and at our level of education. You don't have to be smart to lead. You just got to do the right thing. So this is just the beginning. I'm going to try not to get worked up every time I get on here, but something always comes up, and I look at this election we have on November 5th. The American people are going to lose. It doesn't matter who gets voted and whether they're going in as a senator or whether they're going in as a president or whatever. It doesn't matter. We lose. But we have 4 years of trying to discuss on how to do this, because I don't. I just know that I will never ask for money, and if this podcast gets enough people where they want to pay me, I'll give that money away. I won't keep it, because I'm not trying to make money off of this here. I've in my in the about part of this podcast, as corny as it sounds, I really, really am doing this for God, family, and country. I believe that. Now, whether you do or not, I still want you to listen, because there may be some great ideas, but if people are asking you for money to run for office, they're not part of this party, because we'll get there on our own. We'll get there by voicing our opinions over the free internet. You can have Skype meetings, you can do whatever you want, but if you get on my list, if you're running and you're promising to go as a service of the country and not a way to come out a billionaire, then you'll have the backing of everyone that wants to be a part of this party, that just wants to get it back to where it's a representative country. Right now, only the rich can run, and only the rich can get the things that they want. They promise a lot of things, but the rich keep getting richer, and I don't know about you guys, but I just keep getting. If I'm lucky enough, I can stay the same, and that's a win for me. But it doesn't seem right that when you look at the hurricanes going on right now, and we're going to send a lot more money to Ukraine and a lot more money to Israel than what we're going to sit down to help these people rebuild their homes and Americans rebuild their lives. So, and I'm all for helping anybody we can, keeping our NATO, all that stuff, But if you're not for that, doesn't mean you can't be part of this representative party, because it doesn't matter. You just got to convince the people you're running, the area you're running. We need our strength is our cultural differences, is our ethnic differences. That makes us strong. That gets us ideas from all walks of life. I mean, I was told a story not too long ago about I won't let it out, but there was millions of dollars spent at a certain university huge, lots and lots of money was built. Beautiful, beautiful indoor athletic thing, whatever. And and when they decided to put it together, they didn't ask anybody below a PhD or an architect or something about what it needed. It might have helped if they put one of the maintenance guys or somebody in there, because they had no place to put their cleaning supplies, and it's a long ways from where their cleaning supplies are and where this place is. So they didn't build a closet, not a closet one, to put stuff like that. Now, how stupid is that? But that's how our government runs. They don't ask us out here really what we're thinking, or if they do, it's just because they're trying to get a vote. Well, that isn't how it's going to be with the Representative Party, because they're only going to have 2 years or 2 terms, and they need to get on their horse, and because they don't need to worry about getting reelected. If they do a good job, they're going to be reelected. If they don't, hopefully they'll just step down and say, you know what? I hate it out here. I'm not going to try to work with these guys, and that's fine. But we need to get a representative government of the real people, not the rich, not the 5 or 6 or the 1% of the people that are billionaires, and they can just buy anybody they want to. All right, I've ranted all I can. Right now, just please, all I'm asking is subscribe. Let me know, even if you hate it. Believe me, I've been called a lot of things, but I'm just tired of sitting back and doing nothing. I've never been that kind of guy, and I'll go to my grave being just who I am right now. And I don't know how long that is, but I'll continue to fight. So, listen, the sign-off's going to be the same. You need to be kind to each other. And I don't care what your background is or how hard things have been. You need to be kind to each other and love one another. For God's sake, God said it, and it doesn't matter whether you believe or not. It's a good idea, okay? So this is just John, and I'll see you next time. And it'll be a little more often now. So please sign up, and thanks for listening.